Yo, what's up? I am AMH, Amber Michelle Harper, and you are tuned in with JMGtv. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. I know you see the Instagram posts, the movies, the trailers, makeup, green screens, film shots, 3 letters on what's going on in Indianapolis right now. JMG, JRELZ Music. JMG is an entertainment company that is quickly on the rise in Indianapolis, and in this episode we will not only introduce you to the CEO/president of JMG, but we'll also walk you through the creative process of this aspiring mogul and his upcoming movie. Yes, I did say movie, and that movie is called Secrets 2. JMG has so much going on that later we're going to give you 3 interviews from some of the staff so you can see all the crazy stuff these guys got coming up for you. So right now I'm sitting here with JRELZ, Mr. Exclusive, the president and CEO of JMG himself. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about JMG? What is JMG?
Basically, what JMG is we're an entertainment company, JRELZ Music Group, but it's not just music. We do entertainment, so anything that's art related, whether it's film, music, obviously, photography, poetry, anything that has to do with entertainment, anything that we can do to entertain fans, that's what we're here to do. So that's I mean, in a nutshell, that's the basis of JMG.
Okay. So what made you start JMG?
Well, really, I have been in a couple groups, you know, like kind of entertainment groups or whatever in the past. Things, you know, didn't really work out, and you know, I got to a point to where I was like, you know, I stopped doubting myself, and I said, well, you know what, I think I have what it takes to be able to formulate a group of people that have the same genuine interest in whatnot, and to be able to take this and make something out of it. So I think it was back in 2012 actually, we formulated JMG, and you know, at first it was just kind of like, you know, friends kind of, you know, we got together, whatever, we all did music together and whatnot, and then once we finally started taking it seriously, and we made it an actual legitimized company, and so yeah, now we're, you know, we got the staff and everything, so that's kind of how JMG got started. And from that point, we've just grown, and we're trying to learn, trying to get better. So that's where we're at.
Okay, so Secrets. Let's talk about Secrets. The city is buzzing all over the place. I saw the short. You have got to tell me what inspired this.
Okay, so Secrets, man. I get this question a lot, but it's always kind of difficult to answer. I mean, it's not, but it's just I have so much on my mind about Secrets. So Secrets, the way it got started was actually, it kind of dates back to like 2009. I believe 2008, 2009. I produced a track, and it was called Secrets, and the beat was really just a crazy beat, and the sample in it and whatnot, it was the sample is Secrets. That's the name. That's how we named it. So that was like the whole basis from the sample. So from that, you know, there was a song that was created, and actually we were gonna do. I think from 2009 we did the song or whatever. Our artist I used to work with did the song, and then later on, I think it was in like 2011, I believe. I was working with this same artist again, and we ended up doing this song. We revamped it, and we started working with our new engineer Bone, and we revamped the song. The song was amazing. It was crazy. So we were going to do a music video for it. We concluded, you know, everybody together, we concluded that it was too deep just to do a music video, you know, so it was like that music video wouldn't really do the depth of the song justice. So what we decided to do was we were like, well, let's kind of make, like, you remember Common, like the Testify joint?
Yes.
So how they had like that little mini movie. So we were like, well, let's do something like that, you know. So then we did that, and then originally my engineer Bone and I, he kind of came up with the basis for the script, and him and I kind of filled in bits and pieces here and there, and you know, we had never acted anything like that before, so we just kind of reach out to people like, hey, you guys want to do this like little movie thing with us? And people were like, yeah, sure, you know. So yeah, that's kind of how it all got started. It never really it was never intended for what it's going to be now. You know, like we had zero intentions on doing that. So when we got to that point, it was like, wow, we looked up, we were like, we got a whole script. You know, we were just like, all right, well, let's do it. So we did it, and we had no idea that we were just gonna put it out. And like we do music, like that was our main thing at the time, was just doing music. So I'm trying to remember how it all went up so much. So we were gonna get back to the music, so we put this out. And once we put it out, the reviews, like just from the trailer alone, like the trailer, people was just like, oh wow, like that's gonna be crazy, like I can't wait to see it. And so then we finally put it out, and then everybody was like just going nuts, you know. So the response we got from the fans, like the response review was just absolutely, it was amazing, man. We like I said, we had absolutely no idea, because we don't act, we were like, man, we do music, that's our main thing, you know. And so we got back to doing music, so people were just like, hey, what happens next? Like, what happens when the feds come in, and did he go to jail? Like, what happened to the girl? Who got the money? Like, why didn't Marv ever show up? Like, you know, so everybody's asking all these questions, and we were just like, whoa, you know, we didn't really understand like what we had tapped into. And so from that point, everybody was like, yo, we got it, you have to do another one, because we need to know like what happened. And then there were the other, it wasn't even a complaint, but like it was like a bittersweet type thing. They were like, yo, that was tight, but it was so short. And we were just like, I mean, we didn't anticipate on it being long, but they was like, we need something that's long, like we have to know what's going on. So we were like, okay, sat down with the staff, and we were just like, yo, let's do a movie, you know.
So that's how you got into the movie.
Exactly, like that's it. That's how the whole thing came up, and we were just like, and so we said, well, if we're gonna do a movie, then we have to do it right. So let's, you know, we gotta start figuring out. We gotta get locations, we gotta get props, we gotta get this, we gotta get that. So yeah, it's been rolling, you know, ever since then. So that's kind of how Secrets was birthed. It was kind of birthed out of an accident almost.
So tell me the difference between shooting a movie and a short. You know, is it more difficult? Differences? I know you got to deal with all these different people now. So explain to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different, at least as far as I'm concerned. Just kind of getting over into the, you know, I'm still learning like a lot about the film side of things and whatnot, and how things have to look, and you know, cinematography and all that good stuff. But the short film is like, you don't have to do as much, and you know, just because it's short, you know. So there, that you don't have to get like a lot of locations. You don't have to shoot somewhere for a long period of time or whatever. So that's kind of that. But when you got an actual script, like for an entire movie, you have to script out every single part and every single line. And this person looks at that person, and what's the feeling between the two of them, you know. So you do all of that, and you do that for shorts too. But this is just like 10 times longer, depending on how your movie is going to be, how long it's going to be. This is going to be like at least an hour. It's like a regular size movie, like an hour, 15-hour, 20-minute movie. So we, you know, the biggest thing is like we do work with a lot more people. You know, a lot more people, a lot more extras. We got, you know, then we had to come up with a thought process like for the story. The story has to make sense, and so we were able to pull like a lot of different parts from, like a lot of unanswered questions from the first one. So we take that and then we add, you know, new stuff, and that always spins off into different directions or whatever for this new film. So that's kind of how it goes, man. It's cool. I like the movie thing more so than the short film, just because it's a rush. I mean, it's definitely a rush, and film days are crazy. We shoot 10-12 hours, you know, film days. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. So JMG has a movie coming out. Tell me what else we can expect from you guys coming up in 2014.
Not only are we looking out for a movie, we're looking out for 5 more movies.
5 more movies.
Yes, we're on pace to do 5 movies for next year. We've actually we're actually going to do a YouTube mini-series. That's another one of the things that we have going on, and that's just on the film side. We've still got the music side definitely going strong. We're going to bring out a couple new artists next year under JMG. Yikes, man, it's a lot, man. We've got a live band shows. Anything entertainment, man.
So JMG is doing big things in 2014.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Okay.
No, okay. But yeah, I mean, most definitely. You know, we're definitely gonna you know, try to we're not trying to compete with anybody, man. We're not trying to, you know, go up against it. We're just doing us, man. We're doing our own lane, and this is what makes sense to us, what makes us feel good. So you know, yeah, we're working hard. Everything that we put out, man, I definitely want to guarantee, you know, all of our fans and new people that are still trying to learn what it is that we do, definitely want to guarantee them, you know, just top quality, man. So that's our number one goal.
All right, well, thank you, JRELZ, Mr. Exclusive. This is JMGtv. I am Megan H, and we are out. And now we have an interview with Vice President of JMG, Marv Gotti.
I'm Marv Gotti. I'm Vice President of JMG. I do songwriting and also consulting and scouting for artists. Okay, this is a dramatic film. Expect the unexpected. It's a lot of twists and turns. I think it will set the bar pretty high. As for you won't really see too much of that in Indianapolis. We're going to be pretty much adopting an artist, and we're going to mold them into you know, the best artist they can be, and be expecting nothing less than the best coming from out of Indianapolis. So I'm just going to be songwriting. You know, we're going to be doing songwriting, producing, vocal lessons, all that. So just pretty much working with an artist and making them the best.
Up next, a conversation with JMG's videographer and engineer, Bone.
My name's Brian, Bone Thorburn, and I run Threshold Studios, Threshold Productions out of Indianapolis, but I have been lucky enough to be recruited by JMG and the team to be a part of all their music productions and actually also now their video productions, which are really taking off. So I've been on set for all of Secrets 1 and now Secrets 2, and I mean, really stoked to do it. I've been doing music for about, I've known JRELZ for about 5 years, but I've been doing music for not that much longer than that, so I've known him pretty much since the beginning, and I think together we both grew and became better artists, better producers, better in the field, you know, really finding our way, so I'm stoked to be here. For all the JMG shoots, I mean, it's really something else. I mean, you show up on set, you're always in for something new, you never know what's gonna happen. You're in a different location every day. You know, you gotta be ready for anything. I mean, we were in a mall shooting and, you know, we have to deal with security, and then we go to a trap house and it's a whole nother thing. So I gotta say it's really a fun and different thing to always be, you know, flying by the seat of your pants and, you know, just doing the best possible work you can. And just seeing how that all comes together in a post-production world. So working with JMG is nothing short of thrilling. I mean, almost as thrilling as watching the final product of the movie. So I mean, it's a great time. Really always stoked to see where things are gonna go. Well, obviously the guys of JMG, I mean, JRELZ, I mean, he's definitely the ringleader on the whole thing. I mean, he's guiding the organization, and you never quite can tell what the next crazy idea he's gonna come up with, but I mean, you just gotta be ready for it, and you gotta be ready to give it all. And then you got Marv, I mean, he's the strong backbone, he's backing it up. And then we have Dre, who is, I mean, a musical genius. I mean, I wish I could play any of my instruments as good as Dre can slide down on things, but I mean, that's what he's there for, right? I mean, that's why he's part of the team, so those are the guys. Because there's one moment, if I had to describe with a JMG group, man, there's just so many. I mean, it's always, like I said before, it's always something new, it's always something different. So really, I mean, anytime I get on set, it's a whole new thing. I mean, I would take the whole Secrets as an experience in itself, you know, producing that and all the places and all the people that we met. And, you know, as far as like this new thing, I mean, it's even more diverse how many places we went and how many different things we did and how many ideas there were collaborated on. So if I had to pick one thing, I would just pick the whole projects as themselves, you know. So Secrets 1, Secrets 2, and all the studio productions. So those are my memories. Yeah, I mean, working with JRELZ and the guys, I mean, there's nothing short of an improvement that you would have to go through. I mean, I've literally had to be told about a concept or a sequence and say, okay, well, we want to do a car chase scene. And I'm like, I literally have to go in and learn something, a whole new, brand new skill set just to even, you know, be able to show up on set that day and, you know, pull it off. I mean, we are actually basically inventing techniques as we go for the utilities that we have to try and capture some of the ideas that these guys have. So I mean, they're definitely pushing the boundaries in that way. I mean, and that goes in music too, where, you know, you literally are inventing new ways to do things and having to come up with things on the spot that that keeps you sharp. I mean, that keeps pushing me forward as an engineer and keeps me learning and keeps me trying to find out what the next thing could possibly be. So, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that.
All right, well, that concludes this episode of JMGtv. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you get on Instagram and follow all of the JMG crew, including myself, and we'll see you next time.